Just before I start, a quick reminder that you may not understand me clearly, and there are reasons for that, but I don't want to say. Hello to my Photoshop tutorial for beginners, and over the next couple of minutes, or a few, I'll be showing you all the basic tools within Photoshop. So let's get started. First of all, we have the Move tool. The hotkey for that is V, and basically the Move tool will let you move the picture about like that. Next, we have the Marquee tools. The Marquee tools is for highlighting a specific area, and combined with the Move tool, you can move the area you highlighted like that. Control D to deselect, and we will move on to our Lasso tool. The Lasso tool is basically like the Marquee tool, but gives you more freedom on where to draw and what shapes you can draw. So we can just quickly crop around his hair. Combined with the Move tool, we can move his hair. Next, we have the Magic Wand tool. The Magic Wand tool is basically a tool which, once you click on the picture, it will highlight all the similar colours within the picture. By increasing or decreasing the tolerance, you'll get more of the picture. Next, we have our Crop tool. The Crop tool is basically like the Marquee tool, but once highlighted and okayed, everything will be cropped out apart from the big thing you highlighted. Control Z to set back or undo. And then we've got our eyedropper tool. The eyedropper tool will basically allow us to pick up colours from a image. So let's say we want this brown, we click on it, and the brown will show up here. Okay, next we're moving on to these 8 tools, and let's start with the brush tool. The brush tool is probably one of the most used tools in Photoshop because you can do so much with it. With the correct settings and all that, you can create nice flowers on his face, if it allows me. There we go. Or we can just create a simple brush with spotty brush. You can do many things with the brush tool as long as you change the settings of it properly. Changing the opacity down will make it so the brush tool doesn't come at you as hard as it normally would. I'll give you an example actually. We get a hard edge, about 64 pixel brush, and there's the one with 100 opacity. Change it down to about 23 and it's a lot harder to see. You would normally change the opacity down for really soft and subtle things like when you're painting a beach or stuff like that. Next we go into our patch tool. The patch tool can actually be used to get rid of glasses. So if we just highlight that, highlight the glasses bit, drag it over to another piece of his body, and slowly but surely his glasses will fade. Well, you get the idea. And next we're going to our gradient tool. The gradient tool is basically a nice way to get different colours. You can create noise. Noise is really good when you want like a really flash background or stuff like that with loads of different colours. I would normally use the first one, which is foreground to background, which is just simply 2 colours going from one to the other. let's say orange to a red. You can add more colours in by clicking on this tile line and changing the colour. Next we've got our dodge tool. The dodge tool will make everything lighter, whereas the burn tool will make everything darker. By changing it from shadow, mid-tone to highlight, it will change how dark or light it will become. Also by changing the exposure of it will also determine how dark it will become. They will normally be used for like landscapes and making everything blend in more. And you've got like a picture with white edge. Burning the white bit off is a good way to get rid of the white thing, especially when you can't actually get rid of it using the magic wand tool. Next we're going to our blur tool. It's obvious, you're just blurring the picture. The sharpen tool is just opposite of blur. And the smudge tool is in the name really, it's just smudging the picture. By increasing or decreasing the strength, you can increase or decrease the smudge strength, like that. Alright, now we're going to move on to our pen tool. The pen tool has two different options. This one, the first one, is to create basic shapes, like so. And the other one is to create lines, like the marquee tools. The pen tool is really useful because if you don't want to use the magic wand tool or these tools, the pen tool will probably be the next option, and you can really get everything dead accurate with it because you're actually controlling where everything is. And if we move down below the pen tool, if we click on the direct selection tool, we can actually change the shape by moving these anchor points on the pen. You can make it smaller or change it all completely. Delete that layer. Next we have the text. Now you all know what text does, and we have basic shapes. And since time is running out, I'll just quickly explain the colour. Now the colour is using this. Insert hex codes here, and you can choose any colour you want. Yes. Thank you for watching, and in the next video I will be discussing, if I make one, I'll be discussing what these things do, how you can use it, and examples of these in action. And we can also create 3D objects. Thank you for watching, and no racial comments.